Welcome back, everybody. So today's reading, we're going to talk about love and relationships or lack thereof, maybe in your life. And before we begin, let's take a quick deep breath together and tune in our energies to this reading today. Okay. So let's draw our cards. So we're doing a 3-card spread, so first card will be our challenger card, our mirror card, and our helper card. So let's pick up our first card, the challenger card, and we have the Eight of Cups here. And honestly, this makes total sense to me in a way, and I'll tell you why. So the Eight of Cups is all about walking away. It's about finally getting up from the table where love is no longer being served. But here's the thing, this card doesn't come up when it's easy to leave. It comes up when it's so damn hard to let go. So when there's still feelings, still memories, still these little moments where you hope they'll change, you hope they're gonna reach out, you hope they're gonna say the right thing, you hope they're gonna show up differently or become the person you always believed they could be. But they haven't. And the Eight of Cups right here is calling you out on this. So this is a very deep and emotional card to begin this reading with, but it's honest, and I think for some of you this might be exactly what you need to hear right now, even if it's not what you want to hear, right? So what's challenging you right now isn't just them. It's the idea of leaving behind something that you've emotionally invested in. You know, you've poured your heart into this. You waited, you tried, you gave chances, maybe more than you should have. And now you're at this moment where you know deep down that this connection, it's just not fulfilling you the way it used to, or the way that you hoped it would. But that thought of leaving, that's scary, it's terrifying, and it's emotional. And that's why this card is showing up as a challenge. Because part of you is still wondering, what if I'm wrong? What if they do change tomorrow? Or what if I leave too soon? So now our second card is our mirror card. And this card is who you are right now and what you need to become aware of. And here we have, oh, okay, the High Priestess. And again, this one hits pretty hard. And let me tell you, your intuition, it's on fire right now. You've known for a while, maybe not consciously, maybe not in words you can explain, but something in your gut has been whispering the truth. And for some of you, that truth is they're just not being honest with you. Maybe it's lies, maybe it's omission, maybe it's emotional unavailability that's masquerading as love. But either way, your soul has picked up on this disconnect. And the High Priestess is here to remind you that you don't need evidence. You don't need receipts. You don't need a dramatic breakup scene or one final betrayal to justify walking away. You only need to trust yourself. And that's not easy when you've spent so long being gaslit or second guessing your feelings or being made to feel like you're too emotional or too intense or reading into things. But let me be really clear here. You're not crazy. You're not imagining things. You're seeing exactly what is there. They've just been really good at pretending that it's not. So now the third card we have as the helper card. And this is your light at the end of the tunnel. This is the card that's going to tell you how to help yourself, how to get out of this. And here we have the Six of Swords. So this card is all about moving on and not out of bitterness, but out of self-respect. Not to run away from pain, but to move toward peace. And right now the Six of Swords is saying you don't need to know where you're going. You just need to know what you're leaving behind. And that pain, that confusion, that emotional tug of war they've kept you in, you're allowed to be done with it. And this isn't about hating them. It's not even about cutting them off in some harsh, dramatic way. Unless, of course, that's what you need. It's about protecting your peace. It's about choosing healing, deciding that you don't want to keep waiting for somebody to meet you halfway while you're out here carrying the whole relationship. And maybe they'll get it one day. Maybe they're going to come back changed. But don't put your healing on hold while they figure themselves out. Because here's the truth, you are the one who's changing now. You are moving forward. And anyone who truly wants to be a part of your life will match your energy, not drain it. So let's bring all of this together now. And here we have the Eight of Cups, and it's telling me that you're holding on to something that you know you've outgrown, but you still love them, and that makes it hard. The High Priestess is saying that your inner knowing is screaming for you to listen, that you know the truth even if you haven't said it out loud. In the Six of Swords, that's your path forward toward clarity, toward softness, toward peace that doesn't ask you to shrink yourself. So all of this is a sacred moment for you. It's a turning point. And even though your heart might be breaking, even though you still miss them, even though you still wonder, you still replay these old memories in your mind, you are being asked to choose yourself now. Not because you stopped loving them, but because you're finally starting to love yourself more. So thank you for joining me. I know this is kind of a hard emotional reading today, and you were meant to see this. If you landed on this video in some way, you were meant to see this. And I hope you can take something away from this. Put yourself on the path to further healing and to further improvement. So I look forward to seeing what our next reading has in store for you.